Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house. Come
Guys,
on.
welcome to the wrestling page.
And in today's video, we have a WWE shop unboxing.
And also in today's video, we have a review recap of Battleground as well after the unboxing. So let's get straight into this.
Yes.
I love unboxings. They're so much fun.
Today, same as last time. Just have a few items. We have a few items here. Not much, but
How do you like our official merchandise stand?
I can get this box open.
Would you like to buy anything?
Let's take the first item.
What is it? I'm gonna just do this. And we have a New Day cup. That's actually so cool.
There was actually two different ones that you could buy on the shop. There was
Of the New Days.
yeah, there was that one. Let me see the front of that one. There was that one, which is obviously the one with the videos, and then there was another one of it.
Have
but
they
I
got
preferred
one
this
of the different colour?
Yeah, no, it was the same colour. It was just a complete different design. I just preferred that one. I thought the other one. I didn't like the other one.
Well, that's
It
cool.
wasn't so bad. That was actually £4.
It's really sticky.
That was £4. That was there was a sale on sale 40. So
It's actually a lot lighter than you think, but this is so cool. I was looking at the Stone Cold Steve Austin one, which I really want as well.
yeah.
Okay, that's actually so awesome. We'll leave this sitting right here.
Quickly mention, don't forget to check out our latest video. Would you like to tell them what the latest video is?
We've got our latest video coming up, which will be our Wrestle Crate video. And why not check out previous videos, which we had our Great Balls of Fire review and recap, and the last month's Wrestle Crate video. Links to everything and coming up on the screen just now to a few great videos, so check it out.
Yes, I'll check out this next item. We have some Sasha Banks glasses.
Wow, look at the colour.
Pretty
That's cool.
Yeah, it was in the shop for the sale, so I was like, you know what?
One thing that I've not actually got is a Sasha Banks t-shirt. I'd love one. Oh, it says WrestleMania. One side says WrestleMania and the other side says Sasha Banks.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It reminds me of the Kanye West ones, so.
Yeah. Was he the first trendsetter for these glasses? It's kind of weird to see out of though, so I know that when she comes out that's why she probably takes it off straight away because you can't see anything out of them. But they're still cool though, that's actually really cool though.
I'd like to take the last item. We have 3 items.
Oh, I always wanted one of these!
And that's what I.
Ready, Willing and Gable.
We have a American Alpha cloth.
That's actually fitting as well since they've just broken up due to the father and son storyline. And
Which way I may say I don't actually understand it. It's a bit pointless.
I expected it to be a lot better than what that was actually.
But when I first seen it, I was thinking about, obviously like that's the type of storylines they used to do back in that Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And also was a John Cena one of this as well.
Yeah, I would love the John Cena one. No, but I actually thought that it was going to be Dixie Carter. That he was potentially maybe having an affair with, or she was going to become a co-general manager with him.
Yeah.
That would have been exciting.
But yes, fun fact. Just before we started this video, I said to him, "We need to get you a cup. Now you have your own cup."
I know. I got my own one.
Yeah. So just before we started, I said to him,
AJ Styles and Abutio's one.
AJ Styles. So now, when we do our videos, you'll have yours and I'll have mine.
I'll just hide my other cup here.
So yes.
Can't see it now.
Now let's get into our reviews.
Of Breaking Ground.
Yes.
Now, I have to say straight off the bat, right? Great Balls of Fire, the Raw pay-per-view, was out of this world, amazing. You couldn't predict anything that was coming out of that pay-per-view.
Oh, definitely.
And I thought to myself, would SmackDown Live try to push to get the same high volume pay-per-view as Raw had? They're both different pay-per-views, but still both good at the same time. I think Raw used the oh my god moments and SmackDown used wrestling do the wrestling segments as the matches themselves to push like your Punjabi prison match, your flag match, your all the other matches that were there. I think they that's what they used to get their ratings up in their the pay-per-view.
I did think Great Ball of Fire was phenomenal. I mean, there was a few handful of people that didn't like it, but most of the comments of people watching it, they said it was amazing. The fact that there was several matches on that card that had blood, and that's just not something you see nowadays.
I think
that was the mainly the one
in total, I think
was,
there's 4 matches where the wrestlers were bleeding.
The Brock Lesnar, there was the what else was there? Was a Kevin? I think it was a Kevin Owens.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah, that was,
she was bleeding as well.
In the Roman Reigns. So yeah, that was the biggest one. So.
But I've not actually watched it back on the network yet. So I don't know if they've kept that in, or do you know when they turn the screens to black and white? I don't know if they've done that either, so I need to go check that out and watch it back and see.
Got an update here from WWE app. It says John Cena and Shinsuke Nakamura will battle next week for the right to challenge WWE champion Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam.
So that's going to be John Cena. Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal.
It is rumored that John Cena will take the title, and then Baron Corbin will cash in.
Do you know who I actually loved watching that would wrestle together? Is Shinsuke Nakamura and Dolph Ziggler. I think them two together put on the most perfect wrestling match you'd ever see, and they're great together, absolutely amazing.
Yes, so before we get into a review of Battleground, if you liked our unboxing, don't forget to like the video, sorry, if you liked our items we got today.
And also, if you've not subscribed yet, subscribe. Why don't you ding dong the bell, and then you can check out more future videos that we have coming your way on a weekly and monthly basis, and they're all quite exciting to watch, so give that a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Okay, so we'll open up with well, actually I didn't watch the pre-show, so I'm not going to start with that one. We'll open up with New Day versus the Usos. What did you think of that match?
The only annoying thing about that match was they've been going at it tooth and nail on SmackDown, and the promos and everything they've been going through has been absolutely amazing. They've been phenomenal, honestly, they have been. And excuse the pun, but they have. And then when it came to this pay-per-view, I feel like there wasn't enough action put forth. It was a great wrestling match, don't get me wrong, but the ability to push how dark the match could have went.
Yeah.
Because of their feud, especially the rap battle, and I think they could have pushed it. I am happy for the win that the New Day got.
I do like the New Day, I didn't actually want them to win. I like what they got going with the Usos.
I like the Usos. I love the Usos with the titles, and I love the way their characters have formed. It's been brilliant.
Yeah. Okay. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too bothered about this match at all.
I'm a big fan of Baron Corbin, and I wasn't ever a fan of him, and just a lot, recently.
The only thing about Baron Corbin just now is I love the fact that he's got the Money in the Bank briefcase. I do love that, but I don't think that he's proven himself enough yet to stand there and hold a WWE Championship.
Mm-hmm.
I think Intercontinental, whatever, but the actual SmackDown Raw Heavyweight Championship, I don't think that he has earned enough respect for him to stand there in a ring and hold that up high.
Yeah. No, I do like Baron Corbin. I'm a big fan of him. Shinsuke Nakamura, much of a fan. I kind of got bored of him really quickly after he debuted. I'm actually looking really forward to seeing Baron Corbin Money in the Bank win the WWE Championship. But I feel that he should be on a streak right now for the fact that I personally feel, I put this on my Facebook page myself, and I said that if Baron Corbin's going to win the WWE Championship, he needs to go on a streak. Because
prove his dominance.
Because otherwise, if he keeps losing these matches, then everyone's going to go, when he cashes in, he's not going to win.
So I totally agree with that.
He needs to prove.
He needs to win more matches for one, and two, he needs to hold that Money in the Bank briefcase for long as he possibly can.
I know. I want to see him hold it
for as long as he possibly can to that last minute, then cash it in. Because the more he becomes dominant and wins over the fans, the better off he'll get when it comes to winning the title.
Yeah,
I didn't actually mention Shinsuke Nakamura there, but in defense towards Shinsuke
It was a good
Nakamura,
match,
I
though.
love him as a performer. I really do.
Yeah,
I think he's got a long way to go before he's win over me as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I love his entrance, but I think that's a flaw in his character
Yeah,
because
'cause we
people
see-
love his entrance and not him much as a superstar. I feel that's
we
what it's
seen the
like.
entrance. We went to
Mhm.
WWE Live. Natalia winning against 4 other opponents to win against going for Naomi
Tamina,
at SummerSlam.
Naomi,
Natalia, Tamina,
Lana.
Charlotte, Lana, and Becky Lynch. There were the 5 opponents.
I'm actually happy. I'm thrilled. The match was a great match. It was a tooth and nail fight, and everyone got their segments in right. There was no botches. There was nothing that
I think
pushed it forward.
all
But I'm happy.
all of them are deserving. Tamina definitely. Natalia by far the most deserving over both rosters.
Putting Carmella on the pedestal just now, I'm actually annoyed that she's won the Money in the Bank briefcase, and for my opinion, like it or not, that the least that she's on SmackDown Live, the greatest and happier I am because I don't like her character.
I don't actually mind her, but I'm definitely happy that Natalia won. I honestly, just personally, I think that she's the most deserving. It's a well deserved. It's something that she's worked. She's crawled her way up over the past so many years that she's been in the company.
She should have won a title more times than this. It kind of irritates me that Charlotte has won more titles than like someone like Natalia. But Charlotte has won titles due to her name and who her background is. Natalia is the longest woman on the whole entire roster of WWE.
Tamina's another person who I think is deserving.
Actually, that's
not because of the fact of who her father is or her family. Just she honestly is a dominant person.
That's actually a line. I don't think Natalia is the longest. Alicia Fox is actually the longest
Fox has been
WWE superstar just now.
10 years she's been in the company.
Wow.
Hey, anything else you want to add to that? Anything you want to add about Naomi?
No, but I'm actually I love Naomi. I love her as the champion.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I agree with that.
She's held it since WrestleMania, so I'm stoked for that match. It's going to be great. I wouldn't want to see Naomi lose the title, but at the same time, I don't mind her being a champion. I would love to see Natalia with the titles.
Definitely.
So it's like a catch-22
The
situation.
last time we've seen
So either way,
Natalia,
whoever wins,
we've seen her Divas champion.
Mm-hmm. Whoever wins that title or retains it or gets a new women's champion, I'm going to be happy. So I like them both.
Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles, with Kevin Owens winning the United States Championship again.
I feel like that was did they not contradict themselves because it was said that he lost the title at Madison Square Garden because of where his character was at that moment in time and the hatred towards the USA. But then they've went back to the storyline and him back on the title. I feel like the storyline between them two in the wrestling's quite dry actually.
The bit that I was a little confused about, as I seen an article after Battleground a day later that said that they don't know how to finish a match, but the picture was obviously AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. I wasn't sure if they were talking about that match or the main event.
Yeah, well.
But honestly, I'm godly happy that Kevin Owens won.
I love Kevin Owens as a competitor.
Big fan.
I love him being heel. It's great, but I feel like AJ Styles should be pushing up the rankings a bit more and heading for the world title instead of playing with the US Championship. That's the way I feel.
I'm honestly just happy that Kevin Owens has got the title back. Honestly,
Kevin Owens is perfect for that title, and he's perfect the way he is pushing the United States title.
I actually genuinely thought that AJ Styles was going to win. Not win the match per se, but the fact that he won at Madison Square Garden, biggest arena in the world, is the fact that I thought that because he won it non-televised, I thought that would be him, and he'd be stuck with it. I didn't think it would change hands again. But
even though
I don't know what they've got going
Kevin Owens is heel, I think he's perfect for the United States Championship.
Yeah,
absolutely
definitely.
perfect.
I kind of, when I was watching SmackDown and then him and Rusev were tag teaming, I kind of thought, that'd be kind of a good tag team. The fact that they're both got kind of same storylines.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hatred towards America. Okay, well, John Cena versus Rusev.
I'm actually stoked. I love this match, and The only thing I'm disappointed at is I know that it would be face on face, but I would love to see Rusev as a face.
Definitely.
Wow, that would be a change of character for him, and I know straight away that everyone would love that. Everyone would be stoked to see that.
It's another thing that I've said on my wrestling page. I said that Rusev, it seems to be a different heel this time round. Not that he's been face, it's just that Alberto Del Rio, when he was face first time round, no one liked him. Second time round, everyone liked him when he was a heel, and I did. Same with The Miz.
It's because Rusev
Didn't
was
like Miz when he first started.
off television for so long that we expected a massive change for him coming back, but we got the same character as that he left.
I personally think the main reason why people kind of get behind on heels is the fact of Total Divas. Because they get to see what they're like in real life, even though Total Divas is not about them, but like Naomi, she goes out with one of the Usos and you get to see what he's like, and that's why
I think The Miz is the only person that acts the same.
The Miz, he's a great heel.
But if you put John Cena in light here, he never fails to put a superstar forward in a match, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, John Cena won, but at the same time, he still made Rusev so damn
I still do
dominating.
think that Rusev should have won that match though.
I can't put any
It was definitely a really
false
good match.
pretenses on that match because it was great, and Rusev looked very dominant in the.
I did see a few people say that they should retire the flag match, which I don't personally think they should.
No, I think that was perfect for
I can't even. When was
Battleground.
the last time we've seen a flag match?
No, but that match was perfect for Battleground.
When was actually the last time we've seen a flag match?
If I can't remember off the top of my head, so that just means a long time ago.
Definitely a good match that was. The pre-main event, Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis. I'm going to start off with I really couldn't care less about that match. I thought it was absolutely boring.
I'm saying
I was thinking when I watched it, I was thinking how did this make the
flag match could have replaced that.
But then I do understand why they do stuff like this. Obviously, because the fact that the flag match was such a good match, they want to have something boring so the main event looks better.
Yeah, I get you. I love Sami Zayn, and don't get me wrong, I love Sami Zayn, but Mike Kanellis and what's her face?
Maria Kanellis.
I don't understand. I don't.
If we think The Miz and Maurice can be cringeworthy enough, never mind them.
But I do give them some brownie points just now, because do you remember when Cesaro first came into the WWE?
He was with.
He was with the girl that couldn't wrestle and she sounds like an idiot.
I can't even think of her name.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, he came into it and he was annoying when he first came into wrestling, and you were like, who cares about him?
Yeah.
He's not going to go very far. He's one of those talent that's going to be in for a couple of months or maybe to a year and gone, and now look at Cesaro. So this could be the same sort of situation. So I think, even though he's not doing great just now, maybe leave it, see what happens, and see if he can push us more towards likability instead of just being like, okay, you've got that lovey-dovey thing going on and that's it.
I still do think that what's his name? Mike, I think he should have won that match. I don't think Sami should. Sami didn't need that to win that match.
I'm actually confused what Sami Zayn's going to be doing for the future now, like where he's going to be pushed for. I think when the next shake-up comes up, Sami Zayn should be maybe over to Raw with the Intercontinental Championship, if it's still on Raw, that is, and fight for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't think he should go against Kevin Owens, though, for the United States Championship.
No. I don't know. I'm not much of a fan of Sami.
It's not a shame to see him where he is, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Sami Zayn could be pushed more towards better storylines.
I'm not much
than
of a
this.
fan of Sami Zayn, if I'm honest. But
I love his energy. That's what I love.
I like his entrance.
His energy in a match is great.
But yeah. Now for the main event. WWE Championship match, Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton, with Jinder Mahal defeating Randy Orton in a Punjabi prison match.
Well, you got to think about the stipulations here, and there's more than one. Punjabi prison match. You've got the Singh brothers and the special appearance and the return of the Great Khali. So that's 4 people on Randy Orton. 4 people on Randy Orton. And yeah, Randy Orton is a dominant superstar. He's been on the roster and he's been in WWE for so damn long now. I still don't agree with the fact that 4 superstars, including the Great Khali, The match was great, but I think they could have dressed up the Punjabi prison itself up a bit more.
I know, it just seemed too flimsy. It just, I don't know, I don't know.
It was great to have it back, though. Don't get me wrong, it was great to have it back, but they could have went to more effort for the cage. If you remember the old Punjabi prison matches, when the cage doors came down, it used to make this really cool, mysterious sound in the background. That added a lot more to it as well, and they didn't do that time. There was no spikes on the inside of the Punjabi prison. There was no leather straps. There was no tables. There was no kendo sticks. There was a lot of things that was in the old ones.
Also, I did see that the Great Khali was rumoured to return.
Oh no, they were using kendo sticks, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
They were. Yeah. Mm.
No, yeah, the Great Khali, he was rumoured to return. I had seen that prior to the pay-per-view, and then obviously when Jinder Mahal's music hit, I just knew straight away.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's because of the whole Indian storyline, I understand why they've done it. But
Yeah.
If you've put in that side of it, you think, why does the Great Khali need to
One thing I loved is Great Khali is such a real person, a real superstar, that when he was raising Jinder Mahal's hand at the end of the match, he kept taking the title off of him and holding the title up himself. And I actually looked at him then and I was like, you know what, wow, he suits that title. I really was. But at the same time, if John Cena is rumoured to be going for the title, is that not a shame on Randy Orton not being able to hold the title in his feud for the title and just getting pushed off and laid aside? Not unless Randy Orton's due to take time off.
Yeah.
To spend with his newborn daughter, or
I don't know. That's pretty much it. That's all the rumours, not the rumours, sorry, all the match results.
So what was your favourite match out of Battleground? Or what? More to the point, let's start with what rating out of 10 does the pay-per-view get?
A 7, 8. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, definitely not, because I thought the main event was absolutely B.
I personally think not the matches you can deal with, but there's a lot more things that WWE can do to add that more passion back in a pay-per-view. It was always a spectacular thing back in the day, to a few years back, where the sets looked amazing and everything around it was so hyped. But now it just looks like another Raw or SmackDown. Yeah. I think they could add more to pay-per-views to make it that little bit special.
Definitely. I mean, like,
and I think that would push the rating up a bit more.
Look at the Great Balls of Fire, how they went from blood to that.
I think, and I know that SmackDown's the sister show and all that, but if they're supposed to be individual brands and shows, then they need to cement their own legacy as a SmackDown show. And for me, I think we're going to give it a 6 out of 10 for me for that.
The one thing, jumping subject, but the one thing I think they need to scrap is the fact that on Raw and on SmackDown they address the women's and the tag as SmackDown Tag Team Championship or SmackDown Women's, and it's hard to explain why I think they should scrap that. I think they should scrap it purely because the fact that when you're watching SmackDown, when they say Tag Team Champion, we're not going to say, are we watching Raw or are we watching SmackDown?
I understand, I get you, I do get that, I get that.
Because even when they say Raw Tag Team Champion, for someone that's new to wrestling, they're not going to say, oh wait, is there not SmackDown?
Because they're separate shows.
They're separate shows. Yeah. They're not supposed to be one show. I would understand why if it was one show, but they're supposed to be two
Maybe
separate
it's just
shows.
The way it goes. Maybe they didn't think about it in that sense. But at the same time, I think that WWE really needs to pull its finger out of its bottom soon. Because I think that a lot of people are getting a little bit pissed off with how it seems like there's a lack of effort or money saving reasons just now, like them taking away pyro. Pyro is always a massive thing in WWE, and they're taking that away, and it's seen and talking smacks away, and it seems like they're holding back on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And us as fans for years and years now are noticing these things slowly.
I know it's ridiculous the fact that they're getting rid of things that we like, but they're getting rid of it because Vince doesn't like it. But if he doesn't like it, I mean, fair enough. But you would think that if the fans are saying yes, we want it, he'll think I don't like it, but they'll keep it because they like it. Talking smack's one of the things that I think they should have kept. But well, what can you do?
We can't look back and change. We can only look forward and look forward to what's coming up on the next pay-per-view. SummerSlam,
so
one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year,
Yeah.
including Survivor Series or WrestleMania.
mhm.
SummerSlam coming up. We can only just sit and wait and hope that it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, so is there anything you want to add before we end this?
No, that was a great review. I'm just disappointed, but in the same sense, I'm motivated to look forward to SummerSlam.
Yeah, so hopefully SummerSlam might be a good.
August the 20th,
August 20th, Sunday.
and for SummerSlam, we're going to have some great content coming out, so stay tuned for that.
Yes, so hopefully you enjoyed this video.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.
And we'll see you.
Fight to survive, gonna be skinny, God's